All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Workbench, your resource rich weekly podcast and newsletter. I'm excited to be joined today by Whitney, who is the founder CEO of Tier Level Digital Marketing, focused on digital marketing for home services. As always, the Workbench is brought to you by Lead Truffle. Lead Truffle helps local businesses convert website traffic and missed calls into paying customers with 24/7 AI texting. Whitney, thank you for coming on. Super excited to dive into your background. I know you've been doing this for a while. Before we dive into the nitty gritty of digital marketing for home services, tell me and us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Yeah, so I I wasn't the founder of Tier Level Digital Marketing, but I was the first employee. So founding team member for sure. I was actually in college, trying to go to medical school when I started working at Tier Level. It was one of my many jobs in college, and I knew that I wanted to be in a career that was helping people essentially, and I ended up growing into this company, and I ended up getting promoted to COO by the time I was like 24, and I was waitlisted for PA school, and then my health kind of took a turn, and so I was like, okay, well, I'll take a break from the medical school thing for a bit, but I actually found a really great passion for marketing, like as I was kind of stuck in it, and so that is how I'm still at tier level today because I've just really grown into the company and I've got to witness growing from 11 clients to a few hundred and being able to still really help people, even though I'm not in a hospital taking care of them, I'm helping them grow their business.
Great. So, digital marketing agency is a broad term. What exactly do you help home services businesses do?
Yeah, so we really focus on their organics when it comes to digital marketing. So we primarily focus on SEO, website content. Definitely like to offer social media management and strategy, Google business profile updates and optimization. And then we also have gotten into paid ads as well. So we do pay per click and local service ads too.
Got it. Cool. So I think when you think about organic content for home services, there's some obvious, some not so obvious things that these businesses do. Walk me through what some of the best things we can get into SEO and the other, but from a content standpoint, what are some of the things that your best clients are doing on organic social media to grow their business?
Yeah, so I think it really comes down to storytelling because nobody really knows what restoration is until they need it. And they also don't know what it looks like to have your home restored. And so I think people, when they do need restoration, they go into it not really assuming that they might be left with like half of their walls cut out and the job's done from there. And then they have to get into reconstruction. And so I think it's really about storytelling for the owners and the businesses in the space to like give a storyline in terms of like how did you make this home or business go from flooded with 5 feet of water to like looking new again.
Yeah, no. And so content, I mean, video, we talked to someone on the pod recently about organic video and the power of that for these brands showing before and afters,
Oh yeah.
education. What content, like what types of videos rather do you see or pictures or written text or what media in general do you find your best clients are posting? And then also where are they posting it? Are they on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? WhatsApp? What's the media and the channels that you find work best?
So with home services, our clients and our most successful clients, I would say, are really specific into commercial restoration. And so when it comes to really promoting that type of content and video, I've seen drone footage be really helpful. There's also a platform called DocuSketch, to where you can kind of see like a dollhouse view of a commercial building affected and restored. And so I think that type of content is really great. And I all like in terms of the channel, I think LinkedIn's really great for home services owners because if you are trying to grow your business, obviously you have to get out of the residential side at some point and put a lot of your focus into commercial. And then LinkedIn's perfect for that in terms of growing your connection base and connecting with property managers and like insurance companies and getting government contracts and like finding out who you need to be connected with and who you need your content in front of to be able to grow your business in that way.
I have your LinkedIn pulled up here, funny enough. So
Nice.
tell me about, I think LinkedIn is probably one of the last places people might think to publicize their home services company,
Yeah.
particularly for the business to consumer, the B2B side, because us professional, particularly digital marketing, tech people, software people, we're on LinkedIn a lot. It's more white
Yeah.
collar. Typically you don't have individual homeowners who may need the services, but to your point, the B2B stuff might be on there more. So first time we've really discussed LinkedIn in depth. I'm a big LinkedIn person. I actually had a funny story post go viral on LinkedIn about me engaging to my wife, and so I got to see
Mhm.
the good side and bad side of LinkedIn. um, Talk to me about LinkedIn for a restoration company, and the value you see in that channel.
Yeah. So LinkedIn, I mean, I'm a big proponent of it because I've used it to grow our business, and I've seen how a cold message can turn into a partnership deal. And I've seen how for our clients too, one funny story is I was working with a client and they do like $100 million a year. Like they are not new to the game and they wanted to start focusing on LinkedIn. So we wrote a Google Doc with like 10 caption ideas for his LinkedIn and like, hey, these are just some, initial concepts. Let us know what you think. And then I look at his LinkedIn, it pops up in my feed, and he had just copied, even with the quotation marks, copied one of the concepts and posted it. And he got 150 likes. And I'm just like, oh no. But like, you just would be so surprised at just being on LinkedIn in such a minimal way can put people in front of you that you would have never known without someone saying, "Hey, you should really try to focus on LinkedIn. You guys have grown in XYZ, but now we need to add more so you can continue growing." And then seeing their content really just take off even with like the lowest effort. Um, you just don't know how impactful it can be until you try it. And I think it also, you kind of have to find your voice and what makes sense for you to post, but if it's genuine, it's just going to do well no matter what.
Where do you see your clients often making mistakes? I think there's one thing to talk about what to do right, and also it's
Mhm.
helpful to call out what can go wrong when, or easy mistakes to avoid when approaching organic social. What are some of the common mistakes you see your clients making that you easily fix with them, or maybe when they come to you ready to work with you, it's just those aha, like big couple things you work with them on right off the bat.
I think one of the biggest mistakes that owners make is just thinking that digital marketing is a quick fix. And so they'll come to us looking for that, and that's not the truth, unfortunately. I wish it was a quick fix. Even with ads, it's not a quick fix, especially if you don't have any sort of marketing strategy to work off of. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed is that people know that they need to focus on their digital marketing, but they don't even have any other marketing strategy in place. And so we can be a piece of, the solution, but we're not the full solution because marketing is not just digital marketing. You have to have local sales and marketing efforts, and you have to determine what channels are going to be worthwhile for you to invest in when it comes to growing your business. And a lot of people come to us and they don't know any of that. They just hear, oh, digital marketing, I'm not doing any of that. I need to find someone to do that for me.
Outside of organic content, there's many other channels for a home services business to be on and to generate leads from. What are, after organic content, some of the top channels and methods you like to work on with your clients to help them grow their business?
Yeah, outside of organics, definitely local service ads. That's been a huge component of our client success in terms of having other marketing strategies. Having an organic foundation is always going to be best. Organic will always support paid efforts, but local service ads have been great for our customers because it really allows them to be competitive in their space and allows them because, working with restoration owners, all they care about is getting more calls in and getting more water jobs because that's most profitable. And so with local service ads, we've been able to get more of the jobs that our customers really want to get compared to just doing organics and kind of building that foundation over time. We're able to take the foundation that we've created and then run ads on top of it and then get our clients even more work coming in.
Yeah. Cool. So let's talk about running an agency in 2025. I think a lot of people are looking to do more with less. AI has created a lot of opportunities to create content and create
Yeah.
captions, and you can really use ChatGPT or Claude or whatever to do a lot with you. So, how are you like compared to 10 years ago? I think it was a little bit of a different game. How are you seeing the change in the services you offer and how you're running the agency, hiring more people, hiring less people, using AI? What's changed for you a lot over the past year or two in the way you run the agency?
Yeah, I think AI has been really great. I am thankful that we are an agency that got on the AI bandwagon per se as soon as it was a thing because anyone can use AI, yes, but I feel several people that use AI don't know exactly how to prompt it for it to be beneficial enough to be worth their time. And so being at the kind of the forefront of using AI, we've been able to learn and understand one, how to prompt it to make more efficiencies for our workload and to create better content for our clients too. Um, but I don't necessarily see AI replacing like team members. I more so see it as making our team a bit more efficient and helping us grow in terms of our education and how because digital marketing, everything's always changing. And so if you kind of refuse to learn with it, then you'll never really get where you need to be with it. So I think it's just helped improve our efficiencies and our ability to work for our clients even better than 10 years ago.
Yeah, I run an AI company, and so I use AI every day. I use it to prep for this. I pretty much use it every single day to do
Yeah.
millions of different things, from something related to my daughter to something related to my job to creating a business that is centered
Mhm.
around AI. So it's top of mind for me 24/7. Do you have any good examples of how you guys are using AI internally, or any fun use cases, or yeah, little ways you're using it for the agency that you could share?
Yeah, I mean, we use it internally and externally, of course. I think one fun way that we've been able to use AI, gosh, I don't know if fun is necessarily the right word, but it really takes some of the bore out of having to write content over and over about the same exact topic. Like, you know, as a human, you can only think of so many things to write about when it comes to like, water damage or cleaning or construction, and it brings a new life to our work. But I guess one example, we work with a couple hundred Serpro franchises, and so I mean, it gets a lot, but we've been able to use AI to really teach it how to write specifically unique content, and that's just kind of given us a way to continue to educate ourselves in terms of writing for our clients.
When you think about the future of tier level and some of the services you want to offer, or maybe new industries or verticals you may want to work with, what are you thinking about in terms of the next big thing? And maybe you're just wanting to keep the business the same, but do you guys have any big plans or anything that you're working on top of mind that you're excited about?
Yeah, we've worked a bit in with like private practice healthcare, and
Hmm.
that's something that I would definitely love to continue working into in terms of expanding our services and the businesses that we serve. And that's something that we're looking to get into a bit more just because it gives our team some more options in terms of different content to write about and different businesses to work with, but also helps us to kind of grow in our learning in terms of digital marketing for other industries.
Yeah. Great. Whitney, anything we didn't cover that you wanted to talk about today or share with the audience?
I don't know. I feel like I'm an open book. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Whitney, for people that want to check out Tier Level or any of your other businesses, or just connect with you personally, where can folks find you?
I think LinkedIn definitely the best. That's where I'm most active.
Okay. All right. And what's how do people find you on LinkedIn?
My last name is very unique, so if you just type in Whitney Shue, Shue, you'll find me.
Got it. Awesome, Whitney. Well, thank you for the time, and yeah, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, of course.